Hello friendos, welcome to another episode of the Bosses of Earthbound. My name is Ben Sleva and I will be your host today, and every day really. Last time I left you, we were all stinky from swimming in the sewers, all covered in rat guts. This time we are traveling to far reaches of the earth to combat a unique enemy. Our new guy Pooh is going to show us around his hometown for a little clash of meteorological danger. I'm talking about Earthbound's equivalent to yin and yang, the twins that hopes to wins, the sanctuary guarding brothers that intend to smother us. I'm having a lazy pun week, so let's just get into it. I'm talking about Thunder and Storm. Now, some of you may think that this sequence that I'm fighting bosses is a bit out of whack. A lot of times before I record these videos, I watch a few different playthroughs, separate from my own, to see how others progress through each boss. And I was met with an overwhelming amount of people that don't fight these bosses until after Scaraba. Heck, even when we look at the boss stats breakdown, you can see that though they're listing the ways the videos line up, the HP level, experience points, and money hint that it should be fought in a different order. So if you are on your own and happen to see different enemies, don't feel like you're doing it wrong. Just know that the magic of Earthbound gives us many ways to play the same game. So you've killed a Plague Rat of Doom and collected the Rabbit Key. If you choose to follow my path, then jet off to Dalam and get ready for a few photo ops. You'll catch one outside of the palace, and one inside as well if you happen to go there to heal. Walk through town to the southwest corner. On your way, stop at this shop and pick up a bunch of brain food lunches. They are a lifesaver. You'll frequent this place through the rest of the game because brain food lunches are the greatest recovery item. Make your way to the cave, use a carrot key, and head inside. Now this dungeon has to be one of my favorites. I'm a big fan of the boss, I'm a big fan of the music. The layout is pretty nice to the player, and like I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I am a big fan of this week's Sanctuary music. So all around, I have a good attitude going in. Before I cover the path, let's talk about the unworldly enemies that you'll run into. There's the Conducting Menace. The Franklin Badge is your friend in this battle. Take him out with a few offensive PSI attacks. Next we have the Kiss of Death, and after starring in a toothpaste commercial, it's turned to a life of crime when it couldn't find any work. Look out for its poison. There's Tengu. Harmony of the Flutes makes you drowsy. Be sure to bash the wind out of him. And wait until after he's defeated before you start your healing. Any poisons. And there's Thundermite. It might be an easy win. It might not. It depends on who has the Franklin badge to reflect its bolts, and make sure Paula has that badge on. On your first couple run-throughs, this map seems quite intimidating. There seems to be a lot of paths, there are holes in the ground that seem to be a maze, and you'll run into a dead end or two. It's easy to get discouraged. But when you look at the map, you'll know how easy it all is. First, you'll need to take a little detour for looking for the boss. From the outside door, head straight across, go through that door, climb down the super long rope, and you'll end up finding the Bracer of Kings, one of 4 of Pooh's equipable items. It is a necessary thing to have. It significantly increases the advantage Pooh has in the future battles. Now backtrack all the way to the beginning. If you need to heal now, this is the time to do it. Leave the cave, head back to the palace. If you're ready to fight the boss, then climb that rope inside the front door and follow the path until it ends, taking that hole. You'll land on the ground with 3 choices. Though my brain has tricked me into thinking that this dungeon is littered with choice rooms, this is the only place that requires a gamble. Avoid the first 2 holes and jump down the last one. This will lead you to a smaller room with a rock candy. Grab that item. It is the most important optional item in the game. If you've seen my video talking about the rock candy glitch, you know. If not, I'll link the description for you to check out. In a nutshell, you can manipulate each player's stats by using a rock candy and assault packets, and you can do it 1 billion times, and trust me, it's worth checking out. Check out that video. Jump down the rock candy hole and continue to the end of the line to start your boss fight. That's the whole dungeon, boys and girls. Thunder and Storm are your 6th Sanctuary boss in Earthbound, and guard your Sanctuary Pink Cloud. While they are technically 2 entities, Thunder and Storm fight as one and share a single HP pool and moveset. They tend to take deep breaths before using their devastating intertwined attack, so Ness and his friends will have fair warning. Now speaking of attacks, they can bash, use a crashing boom bang, hopefully thwarted by the Franklin badge, summon a storm, which is a flash attack, blinding your party, and finally they set up and execute their intertwine move, which deals extremely high damage to one party member. Use PSI Rockin', Freeze or Fire, and Bottle Rockets if you have them to take them down. Remember to keep your party healed and use some braid food lunches to keep your HP and PP up, because it can get you up to 50 PP recovered, and that's like 4 moves guaranteed. If you persist enough, you'll win the battle, and you'll be one step closer to that ultimate mental power. Head outside, take in the view. It is beautiful. And before we get into the trivia and outro, I'm going to leave you with the Soundstone song So Far. It hits so very nice. It's simply amazing. I'm glad we're writing that song together. Before I leave, here are some trivia. Storm holds a large palm leaf, which in Japanese mythology is often used by magical creatures as a way to cause storms. Next, their appearances seemingly hearken to the latter half of the phrase ox-headed demon and snake-bodied deities, which often refers to the imagery of being surrounded by evil beings and entities of all sorts. And finally, they are only one of 2 sanctuary guardians that do not play the sanctuary guardian track. They are their own people. There you go. Thanks for watching my video. Much love all around. And speaking of love, I would love to announce that the channel has finally reached 3,000 subscribers. It's such a good feeling to know that I can bring my videos to so many people. Truly humbling. And thank you all that subscribe. Click on the Rock Candy video to learn more about it. And the other one will bring you to the boss playlist so far. And before I forget, there will not be a video next week. I'm heading out of town for the week and won't have time to produce it. But stay tuned the following week. And like always, later days.